Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian here, and you're Astro Wizard. So I'm here to, share with you what's coming up. We're in mid-month, mid-September, and as you know, the planets still are still moving above our head, and the first planet to change signs is tomorrow, the 18th of September, where Mercury enters Libra. Libra. So, and then on the 19th, Venus moves into Virgo. Mercury is in a fellow, will be in a fellow air sign. So that should have some very good things. Mercury was in Leo for quite some time. And now tomorrow it's moving into Virgo. I'm sorry, Libra. Mercury moves into Libra. Venus enters or moves into makes an ingress into Virgo on the 19th of September. Also on the 19th of September, the moon will move into Virgo. I'm going to share these charts with you anyway. So, hello again. My name is Steven. Um, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, post a comment below. I will respond or give you a heart or like your comment. And share this video if you dare, if you dare, no, if you so do are inclined to do so. So yeah, I'm having issues today. I've had an interesting morning already, and this is like the third time I've tried to record this video. So bear with me. So here we go. I'm going to share Astro. Let's start with this. 10, yeah. Oh, wait, right now. We have Scorpio rising. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me stop the share. So I can... All right, now I'm going to share this again. We have Scorpio rising, which is ruled by Mars. Mars is in Libra, where Mercury will be moving tomorrow. So I'm going to move this in days. Mercury enters Libra, and Venus move this a day ahead. There you go. Venus moves into Virgo, and the moon is in Virgo. If we move this in an hour, first the moon moves into Virgo, and then Venus. Let's move this into minutes because I'm going to actually see the moon. Yeah, the moon enters Virgo first, and then Venus. Here we go. And in the early hours of the morning on the 19th, Venus moves into a debilitated. Yeah, Venus will be debilitated here. She's in her detriment, I believe. Venus in Virgo is in fall. Sorry. Venus is in fall. Mercury in Libra. Now, Mercury in Libra, does that have any dignity? Not at this degree, but it's in an air sign. Mercury likes to be in air signs, and Mercury likes to be in Virgo. Mercury was in her rulership until it moved into Libra. Although Libra is a pretty good sign for Mercury as well. Uh, Mercury in Libra, communications with re, about relationships. Um, and Mercury is in Libra's in Venus's sign, and Venus is in Mercury's sign. How about that? So they're making a mutual reception here. I'm going to share what that looks like with this. Stop my share, go here, and then I'm going to open that, and yeah, okay. So now I'm going to share with you something that Astro Gold can do. See, we have these rulership, exaltation, triplicity, term, face, detriment, and fall. If a planet has rulership, it gets 5 point. Exaltation, 4 point. Triplicity, 3. Term gets 2 points, and face gets 1 point. Detriment gets -5, is a -5, and fall is -4. So here we see Venus. Venus is -4. Although Venus is ruled by Mercury, so Mercury, it's mutual. M is for mutual reception with Mercury and Venus. So this is really cool to see all of this. And we're in tomorrow on Thursday. No, wait, Friday. We're in the hour of Mars, and the day. Huh. Interesting. That's interesting. um. Interesting. Should be Venus's day, right? It should be. Um, Friday is Venus's day. Uh, Let me stop this and go back to here and uh now uh lots of change is going to happen. So depending on what you're if you're Virgo, you have Venus, well, the moon and Venus and the sun and the south node in your sign. Libra, you gotta start communicating more. Libra, well, actually, even if you have any planets in wherever Libra is in your chart, communications of could be communicating about self, Libra rising, communicating about money. If you have Libra on the second house or possessions, even your voice, you'll be speaking more clearly if you have Mercury in the second house. Mercury in the third. Communication also. Um, you'll be communicating with neighbors, siblings, uh, possibly people in your neighborhood, relationships with neighbors. In the fourth house, it'll be about home, property, real estate, your family of origin, communicating about family of origin. The fifth house is creativity, children. The sixth house, well, you may be communicating with your coworkers or researching something to do with a health routine or daily routine, creating new daily routines with loved ones, with in relationship. Maybe you'll be collaborating with somebody in this capacity. In the seventh house could also be, well, where could actually be your clients, your significant other. Actually, it's like double or triple Libra. Sort of. Um, Dealing with others, talking to others, talking to your clients, your um, your could also be friend. Actually, friends is 11th house. Or relationship. Oh, one to one relationship is the seventh house. And the eighth house could be your spouse's money, your other people's money, um, inheritance, um, maybe you're writing out a will. Who knows? Mercury in this eighth, Mercury in the ninth. Well, you may be studying something new about philosophy, your belief system, maybe uh, talking about traveling or speaking with foreigners. And the 10th house, Mercury in the 10th house is career, public reputation. And the 11th house is friends. The 12th house, well, you could be getting some message from while you're asleep in meditation. Um, Speaking to a hidden enemies. Although seventh house is also open enemies. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, Mercury through those houses, quite something. And then we have Venus in Virgo, which is in fall. He's not. She is not very dignified in Virgo. Uh, Maybe a little nitpicky. Um, she is very stylish to the highest degree. Beyonce has Virgo, Venus and Virgo, so she's very um, trendy, stylish, yeah. And so many other um, actresses or actors who have Venus and Virgo are very could be uh, stylish. They're very um, precise in what they wear, as opposed to Venus and Pisces is all like, yeah, okay. Venus is the other worldly, although they were flowing things where Venus and Virgo, they could wear actually Venus and Virgo. Um, I think even Freddie Mercury had Venus and Virgo. Sorry about that. Yeah, actually, I'll share Freddie Mercury's chart. He had Venus in Libra, which is even highly stylized and highly creative. So here we are. We have Freddie Mercury's chart. Whoop. I, damn, hold on. I did something. Hit the wrong button. Shh. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see. Let's take two. Freddie Mercury's chart. Here he is. He's a Leo rising, larger than life being. He has Mercury and the Sun in his second house. Well, this, yeah, actually, this is in a positive, but Leo is the first house, Mercury is the second, Libra is his third, Scorpio is the fourth, Sagittarius fifth, Saturn sixth, Aquarius seventh, Pisces eighth house, ninth, Aries, 10th, Taurus, 11th, Gemini, where he has the North Node and Uranus in his 11th house, and Cancer is the 12th house, in whole sign houses. Although you can still read it in Placidus this way too. So yeah, his moon is in the 5th house of creativity. So there you have it. I well, sometimes I'm. He was very Freddie Mercury. And you can see it in his chart. So, okay, let me stop this share. And then, so yeah, we're going to have a new moon solar eclipse this Sunday, September 21st. And then on the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra, where we have our solstice, or equinox, sorry. The fall equinox. Fall begins. And that's why we have the seasons. Oh, I'm going to do a whole video on that too. In the season. So, and then the 23rd, happy birthday to my father, who will be 91. Where the sun will oppose Neptune. The sun will oppose Neptune. Neptune is at 0 degrees Aries. The sun will be at 0 degrees of Libra. So it'll be an interesting time of the year. And then we have the rest of the month where I'm going to share the chart. Oh my God, share. Oh, hold on. All right. Let's see. Now, let's share the Astro Gold. And let's go through the rest of the month. Shall we go to days? So here's the 20th, the 21st, where we have our new moon eclipse, the 22nd. Well, later in the day, the day on the 22nd. Let's move this into an hour. When we have Mars moving into Scorpio on the 22nd, first, and then the sun enters Libra on the 22nd, at 11 something ish, 11:30 ish, where we have the sun, Mercury, and the moon in Libra. Mars in Scorpio. So then we have a whole new Mars is in a sign she rules. Yay! Mars has rulership in Scorpio and Aries. In traditional astrology, Pluto is still retrograde in Aquarius, which is the modern ruler of Scorpio. But traditional astrologers do not look to the outer planets. Very slow that you can't really and feel the energy of that unless they're on an angle, like the ascendant, the IC, the descendant, or the MC, which is the cusp of the 10th house, or the MC here, the cusp of the 10th, or the MC, because actually the MC could fall anywhere between the ninth, the 10th, the 8th, ninth, 10th, 11th, sometimes even in the 12th house. The MC could be, depending on where you are. If you're in like Nova Scotia or way up north. So let's move this into the 23rd. Anything new? No, actually, the sun is still there. The moon is still in a Libra. It'll move into Scorpio on the 24th. Yeah, the 25th, September 26th, September 27th, 28th, 29th. On the 30th, we'll have well, the moon moves into a Capricorn on the 29th, but we have a first quarter moon, which means that the sun and the moon will be making a square. That's our first quarter moon of this season. Which is an opening square. So this is going to be a lot of action will be taking place here on the 30th. The 30th. Yeah. And there you have it. That's until October 1st will be the next well, there's only 30 days in September. So we'll end with end September with an opening square. And Mercury will be making the moon and Mercury will be making a square. We still have this interesting combination here. We have a kite formation. Where Uranus, Pluto are still trying to one another, and they Neptune is making a sextile to Pluto and Uranus. So this has been playing out for some time now. Lots of social change. And when the sun moves into Libra, there may be I have a feeling that there may will be some negotiation on the world stage. Yeah, I'm looking forward to when the sun enters Libra. So there you have it. The month, mid-month to the rest of the month, mid-September to the end of September. Planetary movement and a little bit other of other things sprinkled in as well. Well, thanks for watching. Take care and of yourselves and each other. And all right, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and post a comment. Thank you to all my subscribers, 205 of you right now. Let's keep those numbers going up. Subscribe if you're new here. If you've been watching my videos, subscribe. Actually, I will be posting more um about this new moon solar eclipse coming up. Uh I've been dealing with a lot of things personally, but we'll get into that another time. Alrighty. Take care. I love you all. Bye.